Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to do The Last Ronin, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 1 by IDW, made by a lot of people, and inside is still more people working on. Again, my knowledge of Turtles, what happened before, who all these people are, is very limited. I just follow the cartoons from the 80s, 90s, with April and that hockey guy and Master Splinter and Shredder, etc. But that's and Krang, but that's about it. And I heard there's, this week came out a very cool game out that is a throwback to those '90s arcade comics. Check it out on Steam or whatever console you prefer. Anyway, so let's dive in. So this is, a story of the last surviving. I already gave it away. The last surviving turtle. And I accidentally gave it away, but it's not really a big secret because we see here, and I'm going to spoil it because I cannot tell you through this whole video, this turtle or, this mutant. It's actually Michelangelo. It's basically revealed at the very last page, but for me, it's not a big deal. I mean, it could be Raphael or whoever turtle it is. For me, it's not really a big deal. What is a big deal that he is going on a revenge spree, and and then we see some creatures, people, is that how I say it? Talking to him, but I'm coming a little bit later to that. But maybe you can figure it out for yourself who these who's talking to him, to Michelangelo. So Michelangelo going to these toxic waters. Oh, by the way, these are the guys that working on. You can, like I said, I'm not going to name every one of them. And, I missed out the best covers and just covers that I have. Not that I'm complaining because it was sold out very, very long time. So I was lucky to get probably the last copy for now. Anyway, and then we see a splash page of the city that he's going to. And this building that he needs to go is in the middle. Now, maybe my biggest criticism, right off the bat, is this page because I don't think it looks very good. I mean, a splash page or a double splash page or spread page or however you want to call it should wow you. And I think, oh yeah, this is the city that he's going to. But for me personally, detail guy that I am, say, okay, well, this doesn't really look that really incredible. I mean, it needs more detail. I mean, look at this here, and then we go here, and the difference is way too big, except for the color scheme. It needs way more detail, in my opinion, of course. I mean, look at this here in the corner. No, but that's just me. I mean, as you know, I can be very picky when it comes to those things. And by the way, this book is bigger than a regular floppy. So yeah, and it's only $9. But it's also a big book, and it's 1 of 5. I got all of them. Well, the last one is probably on the way, but I got 1 to 4, and I read 1 to 3, and okay, let's. I'm not telling you anything about that. Anyway, so the narrative here says that, Michelangelo says, the water is cold, like ice. Smells wrong too. Definitely not fit for human survival. But I'm not human. And so he breaks into the walls, going over the walls of the city. Another criticism is that here is not looking good. I mean, where's the shadows? I mean, these cars floating. I mean, it could be very well just landing here, and these guys are next to this building. But again, it's for me, it's very nitty gritty picking. But I pick up those things and I complain about it for a minute, and then gonna move on. But I promise you, it will be better. So he goes in, and again, these voices are telling what happens here, and. But Michelangelo says, it doesn't matter. The plan stays the same. I just need to go get from here to there. And then we see here the shadows of the turtles that are actually talking to him. And I immediately figured it out that these guys are gone and they are talking to him in his head. And that's makes it a little bit more interesting instead of going have a one turtle going on a revenge spree, and then no, this basically his conscience, or his, how do you show, what's the word, his fantasy that his brother was still alive. And then he is we're meeting this girl here, and she said, "Are you freaking kidding me?" Because he stole the bike. And props to the artist to making a bike actually look like a bike. I mean, I know a lot of guys that can draw very well proportionally, and with the characters and everything around it. But when it comes to vehicles, oh man, it's mostly ugly. But with all these different perspectives, it looks really, really cool. So he has the brilliant idea to go somewhere up, and he pulls out a dynamite stick, throws it to this fuel truck, and then this happens. So he gets lifted up to where he needs to go, which is utterly ridiculous, because if you do that in real life, you're not gonna get drafting to another location. Yeah, probably hell or heaven or oblivion or limbo or whatever your beliefs are, or maybe go to Allah or in the sky. I'm not sure. Forgive me for butchering your religious beliefs. That's not my intent. But yeah, normally a person would be disintegrated or go up in flames. But yeah, it's a comic book. It doesn't matter. And so he needs to go somewhere. And the turtle says, "Well, that was graceful," basically mocking him. So there's some macabre humor here and there. And so he says, "You can't take the turtle out of the sewer, but you can take the sewer out of the turtle." I said, what does that even mean? It says, "Means no matter what's changed, this is still our home turf." And this is, I believe, New York City. But for a turtle, he's not very, very stealthy. I mean, not for a ninja, because they are ninjas, right? So there's so he's on the street, and people are noticing that, yeah, it's something off, and there's some how do you say, cybernetic ninja robots, if you can say, because they have katanas, and he uses this his ninja skills to escape. But then, he doesn't get very far because, as you can see, there's more cops coming, and I must say the action looks very cool, very kinetic, very visceral. So Michelangelo attacks, and then he sees a human face behind a mask, if you can call it that, and then he beheads him, and then says, "What the hell?" And then the other turtle says, "Is that a human inside the armor? It looks like kind of cyborg, but it's more like synthetic than human." So I got a little bit of a problem with that. I mean, for instance, it could be a real human, and then he just decapitates him, but it's probably more, using indeed synthetic skin over the robot. But yeah. Moving on. So more stealthy ninja attacks, more robots attacking him because he's found out. And I must say, this looks really, really good. So I believe this is some kind of antenna. Throws him into him. And he says they're fast, packing more than swords too. And he says, "Close quarters combat's a mistake. I just end up painting myself into a corner. Remember the basic training. To be a true warrior, one must know when to crouch, when to stand firm, when to leap." And it says, most importantly, when to fly. And then he lands on this flying vehicle that comes out of a lot of science fiction movies, but immediately maybe my mind goes to those old Marvel comics when the real Nick Fury, yeah, I keep saying that because, yeah, I still cannot accept, Black Fury, Black Nick Fury. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I prefer old school characters that looks, in my opinion, badass, but, old Nick Fury, or the original, or the best Nick Fury, yeah, that's just my way to look at it. That's my preference. Anyway, if you like Black Nick Fury, good for you. No, it's no. How do you say? I'm not saying you're a bad guy for liking him, but I prefer original Nick Fury. Sorry, I'm rambling. And this vehicle, reminds me of Nick Fury, with a cigar in his face and driving those flying cars with the same tires, you know, below and then lifting up. But so Michelangelo cannot fly this damn thing, and it goes off, and it's just oh really? And it explodes near him, and the other son says, "Move, moves." Classic. You still can't fly at 10 feet in a straight line. He says, "Whatever, shut up." But his revenge, first for revenge, grows stronger the nearer he comes to this location, and then we're getting introduced to Oroko Hiroto, and he's getting a notification of that his minions, captains, said, or you know, yeah, let's go with that. Says that there is something going on, a disturbance of the force, if you will, and he says lethal force is duly authorized because insubordination from the lower classes cannot be tolerated. Lessons must be learned from this, Captain. Examples must be made. So he says that his troops needs to have live feeds of all time because he doesn't know that this turtle is actually hunting for him, but there is someone, you know, disturbing the whole town, and he cannot accept that. And he says pursuit, capture, and execution. Yes, skipping a few pages. And then he goes further into this building, but there's a lot of, you know, droids, cops, ninjas there, and he's, you know, making. So he's deciding to do a direct attack instead of a sneak attack, and he says it could just buy me a few extra minutes because he knows that he is in some kind of a, you know, bad spot, and then he cannot get out there without getting noticed, and. But then there's a lot of robots coming in, and the action looks freaking fantastic. I mean, look at this. This is just stunning. I just especially love this one. Yeah, so props up to the artist and, you know, of course, the writer doing this. But there's a lot of action in here, and the action looks really cool. Another small gripe that I have, it's just a lot of grinding your teeth the whole time through the whole book, if you know what I mean. You know, remember those Rob Liefeld faces when all these millions of grinding teeth are on the panel? Yeah, it's stuff like this. It's not bothering me, but it just, like I said, I just picked this up and I think, hey, that's weird. Why are you grinding your teeth the whole time through the comic? Probably you are very, very angry. But to come back, who is Oroko Hiroto? Well, Oroko Hiroto is now the master of the Foot Clan, and he is Shredder's grandson, and there's some rivalry between the Turtles and Hiroto the whole time, and with the Foot Clan, as you know from the cartoons or comics. And but after years of murdering and you know, doing bad stuff, he had finally had enough, and he wants to kill Hiroto now for his crimes. And also, I didn't know you could just snap a neck of a robot, but you know, yeah, that's new or not. I mean, of course you can do it, but he's a robot. Maybe there's some, I don't know, power cables behind it. But yeah, okay. So basically, the writer says to the reader, "Okay, man, we're gonna do balls to the walls, except no really blood for now." But with robots, and I don't mind that. I mean, it just still looks cool. Moving on, and so Hiroto says, "A mutant turtle," and he says, "I want all available foot to the tower now." And so target located, and we get some more cool action here that I'm not going to describe everything that's happening on the panel. I mean, just look at that. It looks really cool. I love also this. Different visual styles, panels. So he finally is here, and he says, "I'm here, Hiroto, your destiny is at my hands. Face me." And he says, and Hiroto said, "Blabbering idiot." He says, "You actually believe I sold my own hands with your filth? I am master here. Master of all, others do my every bidding. Still, I thought I've killed off your pathetic mutants before. A mistake I will not make twice." And then some smaller and bigger robots coming towards him, and he attacks, but this robot has way more momentum, and they are getting thrown out of the the building, and Michelangelo is falling while it's still killing or destroying the robot. And he says, well, basically he says, oh no, not like this. Not after I came so close. Falling. And then, and this is his back, by the way. But then he falls on his face, and he's still alive. I mean, how many stories did you fall? It's a lot, right? And but he says, still shouting, "Hiroto, you coward!" Still alive somehow. Everything feels broken. And then he tried to escape while bleeding all over the place. But then this biker girl gang woman, leads the ninja cubs to the other side, saying, well, he's not here, he's somewhere else, and basically distracted him, and then she goes after the turtle. Not sure why. Well, I know why, but I'm not going to tell you for now. So we see Michelangelo coughing up blood, probably dying with all of the, internal problems that he has right now. But also, Hiroto is now ecstatic that he has now crushed his enemy, and but also telling us, I'm not going to show you too much, but saying that why he did it. Well, not why he did it, but he did what his mother cannot do. And well, I'm going to spoil a little bit here. So his mother is still in some kind of a cryostasis, and he, I don't know, probably misses his mother, and then he hears from the captain that the terrorist remains loose, although he still says, "Ha! I did it." And this foolish beast actually believed he could destroy me instead of some archaic family feud with me. The horrid imbecile never had a chance. And then he explains a lot here, as you can pause the video and read for yourself. Otherwise, I'm here for a very, very, very long time, because we are nearing the 18-minute mark, so I have to round it up. Is that how you say it? Round it up? No. But you know what I mean. So what is he gonna do? Well, he lays the weapons of his brothers before him. He felt shame that he is, that his mission has failed, and basically he wants to, do seppuku or harikiri? Probably that's the right word. And he says, "I'm sorry, Father, I failed. Please forgive me." And but before he can do that, he's too weak because, well, of his injuries, and then he's losing conscious. And this girl says, "Holy crap! No way! You're a mutant turtle!" And then we see this heartbeat, and then I believe this is a dream. This must be a dream, and he sees all his turtle brothers here caring for him and saying it's gonna be all right. And then the last page, spoiler. Hey, it's April O'Neil, way older, and she saved him. And she says, "Who are you just talking to, Michelangelo?" Well, he talks in his sleep, and that's the conclusion of this first volume. And actually the artist did some background work with detail. Amazing. I like that a lot. 10 points. With a little bit of slow beginning and there's some small personal gripes that I have that doesn't, it's just my gripes. But I think this book is really, really good. Like I said, I'm gonna review. Look at this covers, man. Look at this, so many. Holy shit, and this is just for cover 1. It starts here. Retail covers. Holy shit, I mean, I like this one. Look at this. There's a couple of cool ones. Enough rambling. Guys, this is it. I don't like this cover very much, but, it's not here nor there. Guys, thank you very much. I hope you liked the video. Give me a like. Give me a share, give me a comment, and, subscribe to my channel. The whole thing. You know what to do. Or not, but do it anyway. Bye-bye, guys. See you next time.